Dangerous going against the Power Falcons. Farmed and Dangerous going with the picks of Nyx Assassin and Bane already, whereas Power Falcons going with the Marana. Bans from Farmed and Dangerous include Ember Spirit and Invoker, one of the top bans of this latest meta. Whereas on the Power Falcons we have Lycan and Ancient Apparition, Lycan being the other one of the top bans of this new meta. Icy, what are you thinking right now?
Sorry, I missed that last bit. I'm lagging a little bit.
I was just talking about the picks right now. Just the current picks, the bans. How are you feeling about Farmed and Dangerous's picks currently?
Armed and Dangerous. Nyx Assassin and Bane. Very troublesome combination there. They picked up the Bane maybe to counter the Marana and Bane combination. But the Marana and Rubik still as deadly as Bane Marana. I don't know. Kinda even.
Looks like we got Farmed and Dangerous banning a Doom and a Clockwork. In response to that, we have Power Falcons banning Timbersaw and Slark. Looks like Power Falcons really don't want Farmed and Dangerous to have any offlaners. What are you thinking, Icy?
Timbersaw is just a nuisance to verse. He can get very, very tanky very quickly. And Slark, definitely a respect ban there. I hate versing Slark, and I'm sure everyone else does.
That pounce and that ulti and he's gone. It's very depressing. What are you thinking about the Doom ban though? They really don't seem to want to deal with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. The Doom straight onto the Nyx is an easy kill. With the Clockwork ban, I would say that's another respect ban there. They didn't want another initiation with the Marana, the Moonlight Shadow to get in, and then the hook shot in also. So both two combinations are quite deadly.
And now we just saw two new picks, two carries on each side. Farm and Dangerous picking the Weaver, whereas Power Falcons is answering with the Storm Spirit. I'm seeing a Weaver off lane maybe, and maybe a Nyx Assassin towards the mid lane for a quick 6. Whereas Storm Spirit, I'm seeing Storm Spirit mid. This is probably... Where are you pulling from these picks right now?
Definite Storm Spirit mid. He needs that level 6 pretty early, and he's very farm dependent. Marana and Rubik will go into a tri lane, probably into the safe lane, or maybe even off lane. They could make an off lane, anticipating that the Weaver goes to the safe lane. Have a tri lane on the off lane. They could do that.
Try to get an aggressive try going on. Maybe, to go against their carry.
Should be an interesting game. Right now, which team is in favor of getting an early start?
I don't know at the moment. Typically, when it comes to these high disabling teams such as Marana and Rubik, I'm seeing a quick first blood on their end, but I see the Bane. Bane can do pretty much the same thing. I'm wanting to see Kunkka. Kunkka is another pick for probably going to be their carry in the safe lane. I'm seeing Bane with Kunkka in the tri lane. I've done many dual lanes with one of my friends who is Bane, and I play Kunkka, and we typically get first blood. So this is definitely a very well off tri lane if they could get another disabler of the sort, unless they roll Nyx Assassin. But seeing this Marana and Rubik, and I'm just waiting on Power Falcon's hard carry right now. I am waiting to see what kind of tri lane that's going to be, and that's going to be a hellacious one. The arrows, the lifts, it's just going to be too much, I think. I think Power Falcons has the advantageous tri-lane overall. What do you think, Icy?
Indeed, it's going to be a crazy game for Rubik. So many ultimates, so many skills to steal. Um, steal the Rubik.
I'm seeing a scepter on Rubik. There's so many skills to steal. That's very right, Icy. We are just so many. The Bane, the Nyx Assassin, even the Kunkka. A boat could totally change the fight. Here we go, and another pick, possibly for another addition to the tri-lane. A Sand King. A little bit of extra initiation there. Whereas we have Farmed and Dangerous, they decided to ban a Bat Rider, which is a little bit interesting. They got plenty of initiation from the Mirana, so I'm not sure why they banned the Bat Rider. What are your thoughts, Icy? Well, anyway, Bat Rider is currently can be a nuisance. They did nerf him though with his vision though. Maybe they just didn't feel like getting pulled. It's a valid. It could be. Meanwhile, we're waiting on Power Falcons to decide their next ban. What could it be? It could be. They got Farmed and Dangerous has a pretty annoying setup already from Farmed and Dangerous. I'm kind of wondering what they could add to just meld it all together. Looks like they got rid of a puck. Looks like and that makes sense. Nyx Assassin could have been run in the off lane. Maybe they're anticipating Nyx Assassin going mid now, and they're trying to make him mid. That's very possible.
I speak for the trees.
Nature's.
Hi guys, sorry, I disconnected just then. I missed just when Sand King was picked up.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. Glad you're back.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's alright. I'm glad you're back.
Technical issues.
It's alright. No worries. We have a Nature's Prophet pick on Farmed and Dangerous. Looking at this lineup right now, Icy, what do you see?
Definite map control. That Weaver is just gonna have a field day. Taking out the Rubik, just aiming the Rubik. But again, once Rubik hits level 6 and they go into a 5v5 team fight, there's just so many spells Rubik can steal. Oh,
I'm seeing a scepter on Rubik.
I want to see that boat picked up by Rubik. that
The
would be
boat.
hilarious.
There's going to be boats everywhere. And Clinks for the final pick. Clinks in the off lane. Interesting pick. Lots of invis on the Power Falcons team with the Mirana. What are you thinking about this lineup, Icy?
It's a very strong lineup. Clinks is very squishy early game though. Gonna have a hard time versus the tri-lane, but again we see Clinks being run in the safe lane and offensive tri-lane. I think we're gonna see that now, or in this game.
It appears we might have a slight disconnection issue and we are waiting for everyone to pick their heroes, so that's why there's a slight delay going on right now. Alright, the game has started and we already see a Sand King picking out a Smoke of Deceit. Something dubious is going on. So without further ado, I'm going to start introducing the Radiant, the Power Falcons. It looks like we have Storm Spirit being played by Atreides? Excuse me if that's incorrect. But he is playing Storm Spirit going mid with an extra tango from his team. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we got Clinks running solo, being played as Pro at Dying. Very interesting. That's almost apropos for a solo off lane. Meanwhile, we got up top, we got a nice smoke gank going on with Rubik and Sand King and Marana. Rubik being played by Eva 101, Sand King no shirt, and Marana being played by Koopa. Looks like we already got some aggression going on, so we have little time for introductions. Nyx is already getting a faceload of things. Sand King already with the first blood on Notorious being played by the Nyx assassin before the bell even rings. With that,
Very nice play by Power Falcons there. Very
so
nice.
I see. Now that there's a slight possible maybe lull in the time, could you introduce the Dire before anything else gets a little too saucy?
Yep, I'll give it a shot. Alright. On the solo off lane, we have Nature's Prophet, Marshall playing Nature's Prophet. Mid lane, we have Kunkka, Frizz playing the Kunkka. On the Weaver, top lane, hang on. Sully, oh man, okay.
Sully,
And
you?
These names today are just messing with me. Maybe the players just know that I cannot pronounce them, eh? Alright, anyway, continuing on. Last but not least, Jay on the Bane.
Alright. Looks like, and speaking of Bane, we're already seeing a DD on him. Look, we're already looking at Power Falcons. They're here for blood. They want kills to be happening. Bane is giving Rubik a ton of harass, bringing the Bane to himself. Bane with the Nightmare, Nyx with the stun. Bane right-clicking the Rubik out. Whew.
Yep.
This game, already, blood is to be had. People are dying. It's barely a minute and 30 seconds in. Icy, talk to me. What is going on?
Going on, man. On mid lane, oh no, it's alright. Mid lane's doing okay. Anyway, going back to, yeah, I thought Kunkka would get an advantage there and try to finish off the Storm Spirit, but nevertheless, going back to top lane. I don't know, it's gonna be a 50-50 battle with tri-lane versus tri-lane.
Oh, I love watching tri-lane versus tri-lane, but almost at the same time, casting a tri-lane is just so hard. Two tri-lanes going at it already. It's like a constant team fight from the get-go.
Indeed. Any advantage they can get pretty much wins them the lane.
Looks like they're thinking Marana's gonna have to be the carry in this tri-lane again on the Radiant side, where they have Weaver.
Yeah, I think that they were aiming for that as Marana as a carry. I don't see Sand King or Rubik going for the carry build there. I don't know, I've seen Rubik being played as a carry. It doesn't work.
Now that there's a nice little lull, I want to take a quick look at the mid lane, and it appears that Kunkka is kind of at a slight disadvantage at the moment. He's got a little less regen than Storm Spirit, but Storm Spirit is definitely getting a lot more harassment from the Kunkka with that cleave. Whereas in the bottom lane, it's just mano a mano against Nature's Prophet and the Clinks. Clinks already popping a salve, must have been getting a little bit of harassment from the Nature's Prophet. But nonetheless, not nearly as exciting as the top lane right now. We got Weaver going down with an early sentry ward. Weaver wasn't seeing that. But whenever I play against the Weaver, I tell people, buy sentries. Buy sentries, because that Sakuchi adds up, and if he's just using it willy-nilly, that's his own darn fault. And they capitalized on it, taking out the Weaver.
Indeed. Like I said, it's gonna be a field day for Rubik this game. So many good spells to steal.
You really want to be the Rubik in this game, don't you, Icy?
Yes, I do. It's been a long time since I've casted a Rubik, so
Oh, this is just an exciting, exciting game already. It's 2-1 already. We're already looking at the last hits and denies. It already looks like we got Kunkka and Nature's Prophet in the lead for last hits, so their proper people are getting the right last hits. We got Weaver up there as well, whereas the Radiant, their carries aren't getting nearly as many last hits as the Dire is. Farmed and Dangerous appears to be living up to their name. They're getting farm. Oh, Rubik going after the Weaver. Weaver Sakuchiing away just in time. Whereas in the bottom lane, Nature's Prophet still trying to keep his farm up. Not a whole lot's going on there, but there's just so much action going on in the top lane. Whenever I play in a top lane, I mean, you and I both know this, Icy. When we were ever in top lane versus top lane, it is just tense.
indeed. As soon as I look bottom, there's a kill top or there's something happening top. Oh, man, it's just crazy.
It's just
Kunkka's smoked up. Yep.
Kunkka's going after the gank. Boat's already in. Kunkka getting the Rubik and the Sand King. Mirana just can't get away from the Nyx Assassin stun. Already a gank at 6 minutes. We got Kunkka just going in with the boat already. It is just, this is gonna be a very fast-paced game. We got a Midas on Nature's Prophet already, going in at 6 minutes. Relatively nice time for Midas on Prophet. Prophet is going to be building money.
Yep, pretty much.
As we have...
Notably, yep, sorry. Notably, 25 last hits on Clinks versus 35 on Nature's Prophet there. The slight disadvantage for Clinks.
Clinks only has one arrow, whereas Nature's Prophet's got a bunch of tree ants. He's got to compete against the tree ants and the wand, as it were. Looks like we have Nyx Assassin leaving, wanting to get a gank on mid. Unfortunately for them, though, we have Storm Spirit saying, let's get a gank up top. I'm going to take a page out of Kunkka's book and maybe we could get something going on here. We got Storm Spirit hanging back. Everyone's starting to hang back. Kunkka is starting to mobilize up as well. The tension is already building yet again. Storm Spirit finding the Kunkka. Kunkka throwing down a boat and a torrent. Trying to escape. Just can't get out of the sandstorm from the Sand King. Only to get taken out by the Sand King. Lots of trades were happening. Mirana and Rubik getting taken out in that transaction. Weaver going... Oh, got a second... Started getting a second guess and didn't want to dive the tower at that low health. This game is just too much right now. It is... Farmed and Dangerous are starting to really become dangerous. An arrow being missed by Mirana.
Nice play by Storm Spirit there, scouting out the Anka there. If they didn't
Oh, looks like we got Rubik under the Nightmare, going after the Rubik some more. Sand King going after the Weaver, saying not today. Nature's Prophet getting initiated on and taken out by the Storm Spirit, who takes out Courier as well. Meanwhile, we have Clinks just in the middle of it all, just picking up a nice little double kill, picking up on the Nyx Assassin as well. Oh, This game, so exciting. So much is going on.
Indeed, so much action. As soon as I go to say something, there's always a kill or someone's getting initiated on.
It's just,
It's
there's,
so hard to say anything.
whew. Hopefully we can keep up with this game. I am trying so hard. I couldn't even imagine what everyone's thinking about going on in this fight. I couldn't imagine playing this game. This is just, it would be very intense. I would start to lose myself in the fights a lot.
Yeah. I would have to say this is probably like a 4,500 MMR game. If I had to put it into MMR. Or matchmaking rating.
Looks like down bottom we have Nature's Prophet getting the push on already. He's, he got killed a couple of times, but he's starting to make up for it by getting an early push on bottom.
No, he's only died once.
Oh.
So it's not too bad.
I thought he died twice. Excuse me. Let's look.
Just one.
Let's look at the kills, deaths, and assists. And bigger, and there we go. Only died once. Whereas we have Clinks who got 2 kills. We have Bane who has 2 kills and 0 deaths. Lots of excitement this game. Just so many. Meanwhile, back up in top lane. I should just leave the camera in top lane, because that is what's happening. Everything is going on in the top lane. We got Weaver with an Ogre Club in the stash. I'm seeing a BKB early? What are you thinking, Icy?
Yeah, definitely an early BKB for an early fight. I don't think they want to take this late game, so they're thinking, alright, let's get the BKB, let's try and do some push, end the game.
Hopefully they can with as much aggression as they're holding up. Looks like we have Nyx Assassin taking an eye on the Mirana. Lots of pings going on. Everyone's saying, oh, look at the Rubik instead. Nyx Assassin sitting there waiting, doing what assassins typically do for the right strike. Looks like we got a big push going on in the top lane. All the creep being pulled by the Mirana though, so kind of lowers the pushing of the top lane.
Again, Nyx Assassin is still level 5. Very far behind.
That's very unfortunate. But in the tri-lane, that typically happens. The experience dispersion really... So I think putting him in the tri-lane might have... I guess they chose the trade-off of, not letting Nyx Assassin get the early level 6 versus having that extra stun. And so far, having that extra stun has kind of paid off, actually. Looks like we're getting a move on in mid lane, and actually instead we're getting 2 observer wards being taken out. Interesting. A little bit of dewarding going on there. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, we have Nature's... Oh, back in mid. Little lull. But in the jungle, Kunkka just farming away. Storm Spirit saying, hey buddy, let's play. In comes the chains, ulting up. Ulti from the Kunkka. Kunkka narrowly escaping with the boat and a haste rune. Mirana's ult is up. Bane being caught a little bit out of position, narrowly escaping. Mirana with the arrow taking out the Bane. Sand King going in with the dive, picking up a Nature's Prophet by Clinks. Meanwhile, Clinks paying for it possibly with his life. Not quite. Mirana missing the arrow on the Nyx Assassin. Kunkka with the double kill, triple kill. Whew. That cleave did so much work there.
Up by Kunkka there.
Oh. Can we just slow down for a minute? Can we just everybody, can we just take a moment, maybe slow down a bit? Just looking at the map control already, top tower has been taken out already. They're gonna pick up a bottom tower as well.
Pretty much a free tower. And it will be a BKB picked up on Weaver.
Yeah,
You were
interesting.
right.
Well, as much harassment and magical damage as they do have, they need to start doing something like that. Storm Spirit being X'd out, trying to escape, but just can't do it with the Weaver being there. Epicenter from the Sand King. Sand King, please stop.
Wow.
So much. It's just, with one person dies, they retaliate. There's just Murana with the arrow, Bane getting arrowed. That arrow, they want that Bane so bad. They're gonna go for it because they want it, because they can.
Nice timing. The
Oh.
stun from Sand King just hit as the Mirana ulti, Mirana arrow, stun just finished. And I was talking over a kill.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
it's okay. We have Weaver seeing all this, saying, okay, Sand King, you don't get to do that and get away with that. I'm going to pick you up. And Weaver has been playing a very calm game, but he's like picking his targets and he's choosing well. Already with a BKB in 15 minutes and level 9 and on a killing spree. So he's being very smart about his gameplay at the moment.
Rubik stole Sukuchi from Weaver there.
Whew. Rubik is going to have so much fun this game. We've been saying it. Storm Spirit getting torrented after getting caught out of position and farmed and dangerous is just keeping at it. They are just trading blow for blow. This is a very, very, very expensive game. There's just so much going on. Everyone is putting so much into this at the moment. Looks like there is a quiet moment, so let's take a quick look at the experience earned, and we can see that Farmed and Dangerous had a huge spike in experience earned, and it started going back up in the previous fight with Power Falcon, but Farmed and Dangerous back in it with 2,000 experience difference. And looking at the gold difference, we got... Clinks! Clinks putting Kunkka in trouble. Man, see, I can't even look at little things. Oh, we got a hit on the Murana arrow. Kunkka getting a face full of Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit paying the ultimate price with his life. Was it worth it? It probably was because the kill on Storm Spirit was split. Rubik with the boat. Sand King with another epicenter. A little lackluster. Bane saying you're gonna pay for that with a nice ulti. Looks like we got Clinks going after the Weaver only to get stopped by the Bane. Whew. Okay.
Very intense game. Very intense.
Very intense game. Lots is happening. People are dying. Blood is to be had. Gold is to be made. Now that there's a nice little lull in the game, speaking of which, let's take a look at the gold earned. And Farmed and Dangerous living up to their name. 7,500 gold difference already. This is very one-sided as far as gold earnings goes. Here we got Sand King going after the Kunkka and the Nyx Assassin. Rubik getting caught out with X to get a face full of mana burn from the Nyx.
Wow.
A double kill happening from the Nature's Prophet and everyone. It just, please. This is just so
Such
exciting.
A great game.
I can't keep track of it all. There's just so much happening. You just can't. There's no way.
Indeed. One of those better games of Dota.
I know. I want to be playing this game. I really want to be in on this game. I want to hear what the teams are saying right now. I bet they're yelling and screaming at each other saying, "Oh my god, this is happening! Oh my god, that's happening!" Whew.
Yeah, it would definitely be very intense playing the game too. Let alone casting it.
I know. Casting it is half the battle. Just imagine playing the game. Rubik getting smoked up along with his buddies Marana and Sand King wanting to go in on somebody. They're looking for blood yet again. Looks like Nyx Assassin has invis. Sentry has been dropped. Stuns are had. Nyx Assassin just getting a face full of everything and the kitchen sink. Oh, sentries are everywhere. Invis heroes are dying.
Look at the map control from both teams. Pretty much even.
It is pretty much even, except towers are being had. Marana arrow just missing. Boat coming in, missing as well, except for the clinks. Storm Spirit catching the Sand King. Sand King barely getting his epicenter off just in time before he's nightmared. Another stun to be had. Weaver with the BKB. Sakuchi. Whew. Bane getting caught out of position. Kunkka trying to get his cleave going. X on the Clinks. Orchid has been up. Clinks still getting murdered by the Kunkka. Kunkka caught terribly out of position by Power Falcon. Oh, guys, please. Nyx Assassin wanting to do something there, but just decided. Oh, it's okay.
It's just too hard to get a word in. Too much happening, eh?
It's not that I don't like you, Icy. It's just there's just so much going on. It's Pain with the deny at mid tower. All of that, ladies and gentlemen, for a tower. I love games like this. You are playing the game. This is the game of Dota to be playing. I love games like this. It gets your heart pumping. You want to get screaming. Your hands are shaking. Icy, what are you thinking about this game right now?
It's definitely a change to what we usually cast. Most of them are like passive games. Oh, it's a Spectre. Let's farm for 40 minutes, then push. This, oh, wow.
Oh, this is exciting. I am smiling ear to ear from excitement. Clinks keeping an eye on that Weaver. Taking Weaver's farm with his ult. So, what a cheeky little skeleton we got going on here. Sand King with the haster and wondering what he's going to be doing with that. Looking to get something going on here. Wards are up in the jungle. Looks like we got Power Falcons in the mood for something, maybe? We don't know. You just can't take a breath. Oh man, I'm just thinking about that song. Dancing in the moonlight. Oh. Meanwhile, we got Clinks going after Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet running away from the Clinks. He's like, nope, I'm not doing this. Clinks, you don't get to have me today. Kunkka got his little push going on bottom, but decided to TP back up top to start defending top. Kunkka not going Battle Fury this time, getting a Shadow Blade, instead getting an Assault Cuirass, which is very good for the armor debuff. Get some pushing going on, but he won't be farming too much, but he hasn't been playing the farm game, so he just wants kills.
Yeah, the Assault Cuirass will help Weaver too, tank up Weaver a bit more. Weaver's a bit too squishy at the moment. Looks like Weaver's picking up a Desolator. Very nice.
Oh, Weaver traded his Lincoln Sphere for a BKB. Looks like we already got Kunkka going in after the Clinks. Clinks getting dusted. Nature's Prophet get the trees on the Clinks. Clinks in a whole heap of trouble. Nature's Prophet with the dominating streak. Ulti from the Sand King and a sweet epicenter. Sand King trying to just hide out from the rest of the team. Marana ulti is up, trying to get out. Looks like we got a top lane push. Oh. Meanwhile, in that little skirmish, we had a Rubik pass away as well. Oh.
Kunkka and Nyx almost went down there very, very close. It could have been an even trade there, 3 for 3.
Could have
but
been.
just unlucky.
Whew. This is a game of luck and a game of skill. Everyone is putting what they want into everything right now. It's just so much is happening. Looks like we have Storm Spirit. Let's take a look at him momentarily. We're looking at the makings of a BKB. Ogre Club. He's got dust. He's getting tired of those Invis heroes getting around, so... And he's first in, dusting in, can be the first one out. Meanwhile, Marana on a killing spree, picking out the Weaver again. Oh, I can't talk about one hero just for a moment. This is just too much. Too much is happening at once. Nyx Assassin, he's eyeing the Marana. Marana in a whole heap of trouble, getting X'd, trying to get away. Just can't though with the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet is in the right place at the right time, being where he needs to be on a mega kill streak.
Nature's Prophet has picked up that scythe of Vice right now. Very nice pickup.
Looks like we have Farmed and Dangerous going in for the Roshan. Whew. While there's a slight lull, let's take a quick peek at the gold earned. Gold, Farmed and Dangerous, 12,000 gold difference. They are pulling ahead. They have so much gold. They have the towers. Looking at experience, though, however, we got... Oh, looks like we're getting a little bit of contesting from Rosh, possibly. No, but it's too late. Rosh has had Weaver picking up the Aegis. Weaver needs to be there to clean up and get some experience going. He's a little bit low. He had to deal with an awful lot at the beginning. So maybe they gave the Aegis to them to help him recoup some of his losses. Whew.
Yeah, and also gives Weaver the ability to just to run in, use the Aegis, try to get a few kills and get out easy, and then come back with another life and go back in.
Also to just make... Looks like they are taking out the stack of Ancients that Power Falcon tried to get. Arrow from the Marana. Nyx in a heap load of trouble, getting stunned and killed. The Storm Spirit just getting out barely with just the skin of his teeth. Bane getting a face full of Clink's arrows. Whew. Okay, Marana trying to keep an eye on the Weaver. Weaver, though, my God.
Oh no, he's gonna get caught out here.
He's getting caught.
Yep.
Oh no, Clinks just can't keep up. Weaver's gonna get away.
Oh yep, just barely gets away.
Clinks, what with the blink dagger? He got sick of Clinks just scooching away all the time. He wants more chase. Skellywalk isn't enough. He wants to kill. And he's tired of people running away. He's had enough. He wants blood. He wants more. He's got 7 already, but he wants more.
Indeed. Definitely a burning or was it RTC build with a blink dagger?
Whew. Kunkka with the boat, getting torrented. Clinks getting a face full of torrent, and Piggy. We got Sand King in heaps of trouble, but just getting out just in time. Dust has been thrown. Storm Spirit getting baned with his ult. This Nature's Pressed unstoppable. Porting in after the Clinks to get a double kill. Wicked. Sick. Oh, Nature's. Please. Please stop. You're just a global presence that just cannot be ignored. Oh.
Definitely one of those games we're going to remember for a while.
I know. I might have to jot this draft down in my notes in this strat. This is just so much is going on in this game. Who can keep track of it all? Looks like they're going for the mid lane.
Very well.
Weaver better make use of that Roshan. It's going to be claimed. Aegis is going to be claimed in 3 minutes, so they're probably looking to get something done here. Weaver wanting to get the push down on bottom because he can. He's got Desolator.
Yeah. Most people that pick up the Aegis only use it for farming, mostly, unless they're trying to take the high ground. But that's about it, really.
Whew.
Only 2 choices you have.
Looks like they're mobilizing bottom, getting their push on. The Tree Ants. Weaver getting a face full of Marana. Looking pretty... This is just tension. There's just so much tension. Look at this game. There's just the high ground. This is going to be the hardest part, I'm going to say, for Farmed and Dangerous. They're going to have to leap that hurdle. Pardon the pun. I know it's kind of a leap to jump up on the high ground. Yeah, that was a very bad pun. But it's still going to have to be quite the jump for them to get up and over that high ground because they have so much to deal with, really, from Power Falcon.
Conquer is use the Shadow Blade and has double damage. Trying to pick off someone here.
Yeah, it looks like he can't, though. That glowing beach bubbly cutlass just isn't quite enough.
Yeah.
Can't hit anybody with it.
Going back to what you said earlier about sieging the high ground, I think it's very possible for Farmed and Dangerous to siege that high ground with Ghost Ship and the Nature's Prophet Ultimate, Wrath of Nature, on top of the ship. Please take out what, 2 or 3 of them? Easy?
If they're not careful, though, that Morana could easily use an ult and just swarm around them from all sides and really wreck that boarding party.
Indeed, that's indeed, that's also an option. Oh, Mithril Hammer getting picked up by... Oh no, it's going to be BKB there.
Whew.
Yeah. Going back earlier, some of you guys might or might not know RTZ and Burning. They're professional Dota 2 players in the international... Yeah. That like to experiment with builds.
And they experiment.
Definitely RTZ.
Whew. Loving the experimentation. It's paying off. Very situational builds. Looks like we got Kunkka farming the jungle a little bit. Tension is building. People know who is there. It's just a matter of seconds before a fight's on. I'm just waiting for it. It's gonna happen.
There we go.
Come on. It's just...
They could pick up... No.
Oh, no.
I was gonna say...
Storm Spirit said, no, I am out. Yeah. See you guys later. Jazz hands. Not today. I'm going back to base. I need more mana. Marana arrow. Flying. Getting the Bane. This Marana and her arrows. They need to stop. Looks like we got Marana ult. Kind of lackluster.
Nature's Prophet has picked up the Necrobook 3.
Oh.
I didn't see that before.
I wasn't noticing that either. Necrobook 3 puts the Marana ult out of commission. Looks like they're getting a big push up top. The boarding party is here. Kunkka wanting to get that tower. Rubik stealing a torrent, throwing that down. Bane taking out the Storm Spirit. This is a huge fight, ladies and gentlemen. Storm Spirit buying back only to die with his buddy Marana. Marana buying back as well. So much death and destruction. Double kill for the Clinks.
Wow. Ooh.
Very
close to getting scouted
no.
out. Just makes it. Wow.
Weaver getting out. Like I said, this is going to be Farmed and Dangerous's hardest hurdle yet to try to make their way back onto the high ground. They got a good push going on here. We got the tower a little over halfway down. Actually, almost 2/3 of the way down. Oh, but still, they just could not. But, the big but here, here's the caveat. Lots of buybacks were made. Lots of buybacks. And look at Power Falcon. They still have so many towers to get. Whew. Looks like they're getting bottom tower as we speak.
I didn't notice that. They didn't siege the T1 towers.
They've got so many towers to pick off. That's gonna just be more gold for them, hopefully, but that's if they can get the towers to begin with. BKBs are being bought. Clinks and Kunkka both getting tired of the disable. They just want to be able to get in and fight without interruption.
Indeed.
This Marana, though.
Sorry, go ahead.
Marana and her arrows picking up a gem. This is new. A gem. Getting tired of the invis. Apparently that's enough of that. They had enough of the Weaver and the Nyx Assassin. What was that you were going to say, Icy?
I was just going to say, what item Weaver's going to pick up? Definitely going to be a Manta style? That's weird.
Manta style? Sanjin Yasha? He needs stats. He needs movement speed. He wants chase. He's got plenty of chase with Sakuchi.
I don't know. Manta style. I haven't seen Manta style on Weaver for a long time.
Whew. Looks like looks like Farmed and Dangerous. They want Roshan again. Roshan is getting a face full of everything. Poor Roshan going down once again just for a little Aegis. You know, some games I just feel sorry for Roshan because he dies almost 5 times in a game, and it's just, you know, poor Roshan. I really feel for him. He's my buddy.
Very, very interesting game.
This is a very interesting game. Interesting builds. Nyx Assassin. And speaking of interesting builds, no Dagon. No Dagon on Nyx Assassin. Force staff.
The reason why he didn't get a Dagon is because Nyx Assassin is only there for the Impale and the Vendetta to scout. He doesn't need that much damage because his team can follow up. If he needed a bit more damage output, he would go for the Dagon, but the 4-star pickup is a lot more viable than a Dagon.
Yeah, I could see that. He needs to find a way in and a way out. Boarding party is up yet again. The boat is thrown. The glyph is up. They are getting the bottom tower. Kunkka going after the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit getting away. They just want to fight. Kunkka picking off Clinks. A massive stun from the Sand King. Sand King picking out a bunch. A Bane ult being thrown down on the Storm Spirit. Oh, they took racks. The boarding party has landed. They had GGs have been thrown already. Rubik replying. Just 1 racks. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, a concede already. Oh. Just 1 racks. It was only 25-30. I guess Power Falcon just did not want to deal with the road that they had to face from Farmed and Dangerous. Whew. My goodness.
Very interesting and great game.
My goodness. This was a game for the books. High action. Many kills were to be had. Gold was made. Fame was to be had. A boarding party established. Infiltration. Win. Farmed and Dangerous, living up to their name.
Indeed. Just to finish off, what could our Falcons do to come back from this? What could they have done?
They could have kept up maybe with the Marana ganks. Maybe if they kept trying to get around the team and scouting them out with the Marana ganks and maybe picking them off one by one. Because there were instances when Kunkka was off by himself farming. So they could have done that, maybe. But once Farmed and Dangerous kind of huddled up, they really huddled up. But they had a great fight at the high ground. They just needed to be a little more coordinated, I think. But other than that, I really have no clue. They just, Farmed and Dangerous just had way too much going on in this game. Do you have any ideas, Icy?
Well, no, that's why I asked you.
Well, thanks for asking. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Four States Casting. I'm Scap. Joining me today was Icy Gaming. Numbers were done by Silk and Boakley, and we are signing off. And always play more Dota.
Don't forget to check us out on Twitch.